With a million eyes watching, a single girl stirred up chaos. The wicked and calculating Rua went live on her channel, boasting over 191,000 subscribers. Yeah, massive numbers. And today, she wasn't here to sing or charm. She was here to vent. Apparently, just the other day, she went out for karaoke with a few girls from her class. Everything was going fine, until one girl decided to completely kill the mood by leaving halfway through the session. Tragic, truly. Leaning closer to the camera, Rua addressed her loyal viewers, her subjects, warning them that if a party is already popping, you should never be the one to ruin it by leaving early. And then came the big announcement. She revealed a brand new project, a fresh gig where she'd be teaming up with a new voice actress named Minato Amane. Not only were they from the same agency, but they also attended the same academy. Their debut CD was already in production, and their first live event was scheduled for next Sunday at Shine Mall. With that, Rua ended the stream as thousands of comments flooded in: praise, devotion, obsession. But back in the present, Kazuma stood awkwardly in front of a door he definitely shouldn't have opened. Lowering his gaze, he apologized for intruding. The girl inside, clearly startled just moments ago, bowed slightly and introduced herself as Amane Mato, apologizing for raising her voice earlier. Feeling guilty, Kazuma admitted he should have knocked. He asked if she'd also heard about this secret spot from the head of the library committee. When she said yes, he figured he wasn't the only one using it and decided to wait outside, giving her time to change. A few minutes later, Amane opened the door and invited him back in, still apologizing for the delay. But Kazuma couldn't hold it in anymore. Why was she changing in there? And why in gym clothes? Amane explained she was looking for a quiet place to rehearse her singing and dancing. She was a voice actress preparing for an upcoming event. That's when it hit him. She was from the entertainment world, just like Rua, another elite chosen by the academy. Glancing around, Kazuma noticed a large mirror Amane had carried in, proof of her dedication. But something didn't add up. If she was one of the academy's special scholarship students, why wasn't she in class? Her eyes dropped. When she arrived at school that morning, her desk and chair had been placed in the hallway. On top of it sat a sign that read, "No seat for you." Kazuma froze. He'd heard of this before. The setup, the humiliation. Suddenly, her teary eyes from earlier made sense. Just then, his phone buzzed. Once, twice, then nonstop. Messages from Rua. Where was he? Did he watch her newest video? If he ignored her, she might just say his name on her next stream and let her fans tear him apart. Unless, of course, he crawled back, dragged his desk into class, and begged. The disgust in his eyes said everything. Turning back to Amane, Kazuma felt confused. If she really was one of Time Music's selected students, why was she pushing herself this hard? Amane answered quietly. She wasn't popular, and she knew exactly why. Her face, her voice. But Kazuma wasn't about to let her say that. Digging into his wrist bag, he mentioned he couldn't even see her face properly through her bangs. But her voice? He thought it was cute. And just look at her now, face burning red. But she shook her head. There were tons of people with better voices. Compared to Rua Takayashiki, she was nothing. Yet somehow, she ended up forming a unit with her, which explained the harassment. During Rua's stream, Amane was buried under cruel comments. If Rua teams up with someone like that, her reputation's over. Harsh. But hey, pigs attract pigs. Still, why would Rua even agree to work with her? That question crossed a line. Amane warned him not to insult Rua. If anyone overheard him at school, it would be trouble. But since they were alone, Kazuma let his thoughts run wild. Amane admitted it wasn't her choice. The agency decided. Since she was plain and gloomy, they thought she'd be perfect as background support beneath Rua's spotlight. Cruel, but that was Time Music. Kazuma didn't doubt for a second that the desk incident was Rua's doing. Even if the agency paired them, Rua probably couldn't stand being linked to someone she viewed as beneath her. Before he could finish, Amane stopped him. She was okay with it. This opportunity was rare, and if she had to be support, then she'd give it everything she had, without dragging anyone down. Those words hit Kazuma deep. Moved, Kazuma asked if that was why she practiced in the library. Amane answered with a confident yes. He smiled. To him, she looked incredibly cool, and before he could overthink it, he offered to stay and keep her company. All he could really do was give feedback from an amateur's perspective. But would that be okay? Before he even finished, Amane's eyes lit up. She gently took his hand, smiling as she told him she was counting on him. And in that moment, seeing her up close, Kazuma realized something. She was way cuter than that pig Rua could ever hope to be. Time flew. By the time they noticed, it was already lunchtime. Amane had been practicing non-stop since morning. Kazuma started worrying about dehydration. That's when an obnoxious voice echoed down the hallway, calling his name. And right behind it stood the witch herself, Rua. She demanded to know where he'd been all this time, unleashing a verbal barrage. She noticed he'd blocked her on Messenger, but somehow convinced herself it was because he couldn't look directly at her beauty. Kazuma walked straight past her, like a man with nothing left to lose. That's when someone grabbed his shoulder. A guy named Asano, a promising baseball scholarship student. One look was enough. Kazuma read him like a book, hanging around Rua instead of practicing. Weak. You should learn from Amane. Asano swung and missed. Ultra instinct. Kazuma was already behind him, mocking him, asking if he was out of shape. Rage exploded. Another punch. Stopped cold. Rua stepped in. Only she was allowed to mess with Kazuma. Anyone else needed permission. The hallway went dead silent. Kazuma finally looked at her and shut it down. He didn't care who they were. He didn't want control. He just wanted to be left alone. Rua collapsed, heart racing. For her, Kazuma had never looked cooler. A week passed. Amane practiced relentlessly. During one spin, she stumbled, and Kazuma caught her before she hit the ground. She apologized, but he reassured her. He wouldn't let her get hurt. To Amane, he was amazing. Always watching. Always there. She thanked him. No one had ever done that before. He tried to deny it, quickly shifting focus back to her routine, suggesting changes, better movements, even ridiculous backflip advice. Yeah, impossible, but somehow helpful. He noticed her slouch, suggested she turn it into something cute, like a cat, and it worked. Cat ears, tail. She loved it, until she remembered she couldn't use it with Rua. She was just background support. Was that really okay with her? Actually, she wanted him to watch her acting. She wanted to be an anime character, to open new doors. Kazuma admired her positivity. When she asked about his dreams, he admitted he just wanted an ordinary life he could be proud of. She believed in him. That was enough. Feeling closer, she asked about Rua. Was their fight because of her? No, they weren't childhood friends anymore. That was all Amane needed. She gathered her courage. And just as she began to confess, the witch appeared. Again. Thanks for watching, guys, and comment your favorite mangas to cover.